And so here we go, the 76ers to start it. Here are the 5 for the Raptors. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Baines in at the 5 spot. Now here is Harris. No good from outside. Anunoby with it. He's against Green. Goes back up. And Siakam with the nice bucket inside.
What I love is this guy gives you all-out effort every minute he's on the floor. Pascal Siakam getting second chance opportunity there.
Here's Curry with the 3. Rebound by the Raptors. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Philadelphia this year.
And they usually came out on top when these two teams faced off last year. No surprise, they're the better team.
You know, Greg, we can all agree that Joel Embiid's a superstar in the league with this play, but you get the feeling he's the most criticized superstar in the league right now as well.
You know, pundits and fans have questioned his fitness, his fit, but at the end of the day, he does get it done, and the numbers speak for themselves. Embiid's an outspoken guy, which can invite a lot of criticism.
And so here's Toronto. Philadelphia able to drain the 3. Anunoby kicks to Siakam. Another miss by Siakam.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Here's Harris. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
Well, Danny Green excels at recognizing when his teammates have open looks and putting it on the money. Nicely done.
VanVleet against Curry. Basket, good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Harris following the basket by Fred VanVleet. Outside Curry. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Harris. Shoots over VanVleet. And the 76ers get it back. Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
You see that nasty streak Embiid possesses. Part of why he's a superstar. Great motor.
Yes, that goes in.
Way to create just enough separation to get that shot to go.
Well, to me, that's about skill overcoming size. And how about the fearlessness at the offensive end?
Here's Curry following the basket by Fred VanVleet from past the arc. Curry can't get it to go.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys,
yes,
they're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
Now, here's Siakam. He's coming off a 16-point game against San Antonio.
The other thing I thought was big, guys, was the incredible night he had on the glass. No one wanted any part of him down there.
Simmons against Lowry. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
And checking out some numbers for Ben Simmons. Last season, he played outstanding. He was around 16 points per last year. 8 assists and 7 rebounds. And when he takes over at the point, he really keeps the offense flowing.
Well, this is a guy who brings a solid skill set. Excellent ball handler, high level of playmaking, the perfect backup point.
Here is Lowry. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
And Toronto has possession after the Sixers pick up 2. And they're able to recover. 3-pointer, Lowry, and Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way. Adding to their advantage, trying to find a way to blow this one open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
And so it's Philadelphia in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And we spoke with Joel Embiid earlier. He hopes to set an example for those.
Being from Africa, at the end of the day.
Well said. Certainly, Greg Embiid puts himself front and center, willing to lead the cause on and off the floor.
And this is where his big personality helps. He has a larger-than-life quality that really just captivates people.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, what's your take on the 76ers so far?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
And a moment now to reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for Toronto right now, Bembry out there with Norman Powell. Then it's Thomas. Then it's Pascal Siakam. And it's Boucher in at the 5. Scott can't get it to go. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. Siakam's running.
Excellent anticipation of a teammate's defensive ability. Siakam gets out in transition. Nice.
I mean, the improvement that we've seen from Siakam, it's like nothing else I've ever seen. He's a huge reason for the success of this Raptors team.
Greg, in 2 short years, this guy triples his output from the floor. He goes from a guy who was getting spot minutes, couldn't really get into the rotation, to an all-star. The transition game, his ability to use that speed, and then his approach, the work habits, both of those 2 things have been critical to his growth.
Here's Korkmaz. Here's Howard, and it's Howard finishing it off.
I'll tell you, the experience working to his advantage. Dwight Howard draws the contact, able to finish it. Nicely done.
Matisse Thybulle checked in for Philadelphia. And then for Toronto, Aaron Baines comes in for Pascal Siakam. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Matt Thomas. Here's Boucher. Offensive rebound.
Well, hard blue-collar work ethic on display. This guy just beating everyone to the ball.
The 76ers leading by 7. Outside, Scott. This one for 3. And it's VanVleet with the rebound.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Powell for 3. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
A shot off that time, and the 76ers go the other way with it. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Bembry kicks to VanVleet. Pass to the Bembry. Inside. That's good, and the 76ers lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Baines.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Maxey, no good. Howard, the pass to Maxey. Back to Howard. Now, here's Thybulle. Boucher defending. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But two other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. You know, two guys, when you look at those two, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become. And it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
And Embiid throws it down.
And if you want to talk about a player who embodies the power game, then Embiid's your man. You know you're going to get some strong finishes anytime he's on the court. And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Baines.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
Curry's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. Thomas checked in for Toronto. Simmons passes to Curry. Another miss by Philadelphia.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Top of the key, Harris. 76ers moving the ball around. Simmons inside. Now recovering. And Simmons slams it in.
With the combination of strength and size, Simmons throws it down with ease.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
You can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. His confidence just soars when he slams it down like that.
And so that brings the first half to a close. 76ers on top, up 11. It's time now to go. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. And this talented 76ers team, they are loaded in their starting five. Shaq, how? Man, that's...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Ben Simmons really making a difference here.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Seth Curry is out there with Simmons. And it's Green in at the small forward position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. Simmons finds Harris. Back to Simmons. Here's Green. Curry on the wing. A three-pointer, no good. Harris against Siakam. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Well, Greg, Pascal Siakam won most improved player in the league in 2019, and as we've talked about, had a case for it again in the 2020 voting.
I tell you, Siakam's play jumped so much again. He deserved the recognition. He continued to press himself to be an elite forward, rare for a former MIP winner to even be considered for the award more than once.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Danny Green.
And I'll tell you guys, the leap that Pascal Siakam has taken has really been fun to watch. From role player to emerging star, and guys, he's not done growing yet.
And Baines pulls it down. Raptors trail by 6. Van Vliet kicks to Baines. And Siakam has it in the corner. And the three off target.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. And Siakam throws it down.
Now there's elite athleticism by Pascal Siakam. Makes that easy work.
That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Siakam's got 15 points.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
What breathtaking quickness by Simmons. So good at blowing by whoever is brave enough to try to take him on. My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Philadelphia leading by 4. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That's his first foul. Howard's checked in for the 76ers. Mike Scott comes in for Harris. And Toronto also making a switch. Powell's checked in. For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Curry can't get it to go.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
And Simmons has got the ball here for the 76ers. They've led by as many as 11 points. Curry dishes to Howard. Passes to Simmons. Trying to find Curry. He's got it now. Outside for Simmons. Takes a 3. The 76ers again can't hit it. Raptors trail by 4. And a wide open look for Siakam. Kept alive. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. Some changes for Philadelphia. Korkmaz comes in for Simmons, and Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Seth Curry. Chris Boucher's checked in for the Raptors. Matt Thomas comes in for OG Anunoby. Wilton the pass to Scott. Pass to Howard. It's blocked. Siakam outside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And he's got his first free throw of the game. And he makes the first. And the 76ers making a change here. Green's checked in. And both free throws good for Thomas.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay. Well, Norman Powell these last several seasons has turned himself into a knockdown shooter. And obviously last season much more involved on the offensive end. And that, to me, was his best performance to date.
Back to Powell. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Boucher kicks to Siakam. Clock at 6. Pulls up. That's short off the rim.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Thybulle can't get it to go. Raptors trail by 4. Thomas dishes to Powell. Back to Thomas. Shoots the 3. The Raptors rebound. Lowry finds Thomas. That's a 2 from Powell. And again, Toronto no luck.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
Here's Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
Boy, Kyle Lowry's defense paying dividends, gets the strip and the score for his guys.
Back to Howard. Powell with the steal. No good on the shot. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. 76ers lead by 2. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. So the Raptors 5 right now. They've got Siakam and Van Vliet out there with Thomas. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Boucher in at the 5 down low. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Boy, as tight as this one is, that's a statement play saying, hey, listen, we're not here to back down from you guys.
And stolen by Siakam. And now Siakam pushing it up and no one back to stop him.
And that is what we call starting and finishing the break. Pascal Siakam, boy, is he fast up the floor.
The 76ers lead. Embiid, the pass to Green. There's the triple. Boucher with the rebound. Boucher's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Powell with it. Now Green defending. The shot by Powell, no good. And for the 76ers, they're shooting at 44%. Pretty reasonable. Green, no luck.
I'll tell you, most of the time, this guy's going to finish that. But that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
And here's Van Vliet from the arc. The 76ers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Siakam.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line. And Korkmaz, the Turkish guard, taken at the end of the first round in 2016. Spent a year overseas before joining the NBA and didn't play much early on. But last season he showed he's a starting caliber player.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Green. And it's Seth Curry in for Simmons. And the dunk by Bain.
What you see is continued improvement in his ability to create for others. Great to see OG Anunoby make the open read.
And with Korkmaz standing 6'7", Greg, there's a lot to like.
And his size can be a huge advantage in certain matchups, Kevin. Great wingspan also lets him grab a fair amount of steals. Has worked hard to get where he is and still showing room to grow.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. The drive by Siakam. For 3, Van Vliet. Baines, the tip in on the offensive rebound. Baines has got the lead up to 2 now for the Raptors.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Van Vliet with the bucket.
You have got to take care of the basketball if Mr. Pascal Siakam is around. This guy uses length to create turnovers.
And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the 76ers. Danny Green, he's checked in for Curry. And Simmons subbed in for Korkmaz. It's stolen by Lowry. And here we go. Van Vliet heading to the hoop. Siakam passes to Lowry. Yep, that one goes in there. And now a 6-point Raptor lead.
Well, the increased playmaking ability of Pascal Siakam on display. Pretty pass.
Green. Knocked loose. Oh, trying for it. And again, Philadelphia turns it over. And here's Toronto. They've scored 10 straight. There's the 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Simmons finds Green. Can't cash in from close range.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Baines with it. Picked up by Harris. For 3, Siakam. Simmons pulls it in. The 76ers trail by 6. Embiid drives in. On the way, Harris. They kick it out to Green. It's a nice ball movement here by the 76ers. There's Embiid. Almost, but it rolls out. The Raptors have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter.
This has reached desperation time for him.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
to the left side wing. And there's the pass to Anunoby. Van Vliet wide open. A three-pointer off the mark. And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. They trail by 6. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Milton. They get it back. Embiid, no good. Here's Baines. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Baines.
Checking in for the 76ers, Seth Curry.
7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. No good from Simmons. And so it's the Raptors winning this one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and you...
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. before the tip-off against the... Welcome and happy holidays from DA.
Hey, Kevin.
It sure has. Thanks, DA. And now, a look at the upcoming schedule for the 76ers. On Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Kyle Lowry and the Toronto Raptors. And then on Thursday, they'll tip off a road trip starting in Orlando and going up against the Magic. Look at the 76ers starting group. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Ben Simmons is out there with Seth Curry, and it's Green in at the small forward. And for the Celtics, Brown is the 2 with Tatum at the 3. Thompson is out there with Daniel Tice, and it's Smart in at the point. And so Green will bring it up for the 76ers.
And Jason Tatum, he got a lot of the pub last year, and deservedly so. But Jaylen Brown made monstrous strides as well, especially when it came to efficiency. Ooh, the one-hand tomahawk, guys. Somebody's going to get their feelings hurt.
Yeah, they got the entire bench up right there as they saw that and out of their chairs.
That's how you get your teammates fired up.
And you look at Brown's field goal percentage and his free throw percentage, Greg, both career highs last season.
And, Kev, his shot was never broken. The motion never had to be rebuilt. Brown's problem coming into the league was that he would shoot the ball differently every time. Once he landed on the repeatable mechanics, you could see the consistency start to take form.
And it's always nice to get the easy look inside for your first points of the game.
Embiid with it, picked up by Thompson. Shooting foul as, folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Well, we've seen some head coaching changes, Greg. We're early in the season. How long does it take to fully implement, do you think, a new system with a new coach?
You know, it's a tough question, Kevin. It really can depend on how difficult or complicated the system is. But all things being equal, the experienced teams often learn faster because they just understand the game better.
Simmons against Smart. Pass to Harris. Back to Simmons. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The 76ers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
And the technical free throw is good.
And, you know, for Curry, getting into the league has been a battle for Seth. I mean, he's more established and playing with more confidence now.
On the wing, Harris. Tice against Embiid. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. Left side, Tatum. Tice, no one around him. A putback, and there's Thompson putting it right back in.
Excellent awareness of where to be on the offensive boards. He did it with great position.
And Simmons kicks to Green. Back to Simmons. Curry on the wing. Just 4 to shoot. Fires the 3. Another miss by Philadelphia. Well, it was the Boston Celtics, their last game, a loss to Indiana.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Yeah, and that's really inexcusable. I mean, there's just no way that you can justify that. When you don't put the work in on defense, you're going to end up on the losing end.
Simmons inside. Guarded by Smart. The offensive rebound. Good D by Thompson.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Over Harris. It's hauled in by Harris.
You know, the fact is he's not a lock from there, but he was open enough to where he should have hit that shot.
Here's Curry, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Jason Tatum.
Can't be too aggressive when guarding Seth Curry because he's good at attacking and drawing fouls.
Free throw good, Curry, and a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. Mike Scott comes in for Tobias Harris. Korkmaz checked in for Danny Green. And it's Shake Milton in for Ben Simmons. Williams passes to Ojale. Offensive rebound. '76ers trailing. Curry on the wing. His last outing, he had 8 points. Over to the wing. Howard in the post, working on Williams. And Boston with the rebound. There's 48 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Ojale, and it's blocked by Scott. The Celtics shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
Maxey's checked in for Philadelphia. And Williams drops them both. 41 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Maxey passes to Howard. Milton in the corner. Passes it to Maxey. There's the pass to Howard. Nothing that time. He's 0 for 2. Boston leading by 3. Here's Pritchard. Williams. It's good on the putback.
A flat-out bulldog in the paint. Great job to follow his own shot there and get the basket.
Howard finds Scott. And here's Maxey from deep. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And that does it for the first quarter. Celtics lead by. And before the game, we checked in with Marcus Smart, who told us how.
I'm the youngest of 4 boys, so.
And no question, Smart is considered one of the toughest guys, Greg, in the NBA.
You have to love his passion, his willingness to sacrifice his body for the team on a nightly basis.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, Howard is out there with Mike Scott. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. Then it's Shake Milton. And it's Maxey in at the... Oh, what a play! Woo!
Really, really hard to keep Howard out of the paint. I mean, once he gets the position he wants, he's going to look to throw it down.
It's not going to go for him. Looking at Philadelphia, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do. Much easier said than done, but they're capable of making it happen. It just comes down, I think, to will and desire.
Here's Pritchard, and it's denied. And here in the second, with about a minute and a half gone by. Now, here's Thybulle. He's tightly guarded. And here's Maxey. Good D by Williams.
And Clark, how about the 20th pick back in that 2019 draft? Matisse Thybulle, fantastic defensive specialist who has an evolving offensive presence as well.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. His defense is really outstanding and NBA ready from the day he got into the league. He'll improve on offense. You know that. He'll work at it. and he'll get better. I think he has tremendous instincts on and off the ball. Great length and speed and athleticism. He's a terror defensively.
Out of bounds, it'll be 76ers ball.
Boy, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced errors.
And some changes here for the 76ers. Embiid, he's checked in for Howard. Harris comes in for Scott, and it's Ben Simmons in for Maxey. And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile one block a moment ago.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
Simmons. Here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
Boy, that long reach of Embiid's paying dividends there, guys. An absolute machine on the offensive glass.
Here's Brown. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. 76ers have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And the first one drops.
And how about the defensive impact Embiid has on the floor? He's a great rim protector who can swipe an errant pass every so often.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he's just so big. He's mammoth. I mean, he's not only tall and long, he's deep, too. He's a thick guy. So he's an excellent rim protector. Discourages inside attempts at a high rate. And clogs up the paint. That length is a huge asset. And then his foot movement, his agility for a guy of his size is pretty impressive, too.
And Simmons kicks to Korkmaz. To the middle. And Embiid throws it down.
It's dangerous now letting Embiid get this deep. You're asking to get posterized with the throwdown.
The kick out to Tatum. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Simmons. Rebounded by Smart. Celtics trail by 5. To the inside. The Celtics working the ball around now. Tice, no good. Now the 76ers with it. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Hey, that's good vision from Harris. I mean, he draws so much attention himself, so he's become a capable passer.
Here's Smart. 11 points for him in that last game against Indiana.
And what opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off him.
Brown outside. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Tatum has no problem mixing it up, guys. Goes after offensive rebounds with real zeal and a great effort to clean up that mess on the glass.
Pass to Green. Stolen by Smart. Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball. And the dunk by Tatum.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Philadelphia leading by 3. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Korkmaz. He's covered by Brown. Simmons passes to Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
Well, Simmons has what I call see-ahead vision. I mean, he sees a play ahead, and he's a great passer.
Tatum kicks to Brown. Back to Tatum. A big-time effort for Joel Embiid, providing a lot of energy for Philadelphia. Thanks, David, and we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed. And last season, Ben Simmons making his first, I said first, free throw. And that
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Joel Embiid with a strong contribution in this one.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the floor for Boston. And is the 2 with Tatum at the 3. Daniel Tice out there with Tristan Thompson. And it's Smart in at the point guard position. Tatum's shot is off.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
And it goes down 2 points. Harris has got the lead up to 7 now for Philadelphia.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Down low. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And Tobias Harris, a crusader for a cause that isn't talked about too much. He has a huge concern about sleep deprivation and the effects it has on athletes.
Yeah, you know what, Greg? While it's not talked about a lot, it is gaining ground in all kinds of circles, particularly in the world of sports, the whole sleep deprivation idea. And Harris is a guy who's conscientious and thoughtful. I love the fact that he's bringing this to his teammates' attention because it's critical. And he's certainly passionate about it. We'll see how much wind it gets with him speaking up on it. I like the confidence and the assurance that Brown is taking these shots with. I mean, his mid-range game is actually on point.
Another shot. They kick it out to Green. Harris against Thompson. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And here are the 76ers now. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Howard's checked in for Joel Embiid. Mike Scott comes in for Tobias Harris. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Green. And Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Ben Simmons. Teague the pass to Pritchard. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague.
Teague's ability to find the open man makes him one of the better passing point guards in the league.
Here's Milton. They shoot again. He dishes it to Howard. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. Howard's got 6 points.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Celtics trail by 6. Teague the pass to Williams. And it's Williams with the jam.
You know, something that Williams does so well, as soon as he has inside position, he just goes for the finish.
Here's Curry with the 3. Rebound Boston. Williams has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the 3rd quarter. Pass to Ogilvy. Here's Teague. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Pritchard. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. The 76ers leading by 4. Here's Milton. Lays it up off the glass. He's got his first points of the game. Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland.
Teague can't hit. Scott with the ball. Williams picks him up. And Curry the bucket on the assist by Scott. He's got 5.
So good at figuring out ways to get inside. Seth Curry working on improving this part of his game.
Oh, here comes Curry all alone. Finished off the break. And now it's a 10-point Philadelphia lead.
And defensively, these guys are looking for answers. Since halftime, they've seemed disjointed and out of sync. They have got to get back that rhythm defensively.
Here's Teague, and it's blocked by Scott. Now here's Milton. He's guarded closely. Thybulle the pass to Howard, and Semi Ojeleye picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Korkmaz checked in for Matisse Thybulle. A tremendous mobile 1 block that we had to see again. Great send back.
Guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Curry, and the layup's good off the glass. Curry's got the lead up to 12 now for Philadelphia.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Get that weak stuff out of here around Howard. Return to sender is what he stamped that one with.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Tristan Thompson comes in for Shemi Ojeleye. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for T. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Howard. Harris comes in for Mike Scott. Green, he's checked in for Shake Milton. And it's Ben Simmons in for Seth Curry.
And the vertical that Brown has is quite impressive. As relentless a finisher that you'll find in this league.
But tried by Simmons.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Tice passes to Smart. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
For a guy who's still working on his range, love to see Smart attacking on the interior.
And it's Simmons penetrating. Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
And, you know, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane bounce, he takes advantage of it, really demonstrating how lethal he is in the air.
And so it's Philadelphia enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Taking a look at the 76ers, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Korkmaz is out there with Simmons, and it's Green in at the 3 spot. Tice kicks to Smart. Up again. It's good on the putback. Brown's got it back down to single digits for the Celtics.
Yeah, and how about the stick-to-itiveness on that possession? Stayed with it, didn't give up until the ball was in the basket.
Outside, Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Simmons is driving inside. I'm telling you, he's going to sky up for the flush. Getting to the bucket in no time.
Inside, looking to end his cold spell, and it's blocked by Simmons. Here's Korkmaz. No good that time. Some solid defense from Brown. Here's Tatum. Lays it up and banks it in.
Tatum doesn't just make J's now. He's a complete offensive player, a lethal scorer.
And Simmons has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. They've held a 12-point lead early. And Simmons slams it in.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that number.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
Here's Simmons. And Boston with the rebound. A decent amount of time left as they try to find a way back into it.
Yeah, but it will be soon if they don't start cutting into this deficit.
The 76ers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Embiid drives in. That one doesn't go. Now Boston takes it the other way. Here's Tatum. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Tatum showing you his force that time, being athletic and aggressive on the fence.
Simmons with it. Passes to Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Smart kicks to Tice. Fires from the wing. Tatum passes to Brown. He feeds it to Thompson. And the call. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And it's Simmons penetrating.
I tell you what, when Simmons is taking it strong to the rack, he's looking for the contact and the foul. I love his aggressiveness.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
I've been impressed with how well they've penetrated tonight, too.
Teague is checked in for the Celtics. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Curry's checked in.
I like his even-keeled demeanor, guys. You look at Ben Simmons, never too high or too low. He's got a quiet confidence about him that bodes well for his future.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the 76ers.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so, created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Joel Embiid.
And you have to love the effort he put forth on the glass. He played with a fire no one else could match as he chased down those rebounds.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
Here's Scott. Outside for Simmons. Uncovered. Can't hit that one. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. position. And for the Celtics. And there's the 2 with Tatum at the 3. Thompson is out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Smart in at the point guard. The great fans and players alike are excited for tonight. This is just not another game on the schedule.
Clash of the Titans in this one. This will be a great test for both teams. That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. This, their first look at this year's Toronto squad.
They take on a team they knocked out of the playoffs last season in the conference semis.
Thompson misses. Fast break, Toronto. Van Vliet passes to Lowry. Anunoby finds Siakam. Shot clock at 6. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Nope, not that time. Nothing for 2 from the field. In the corner, Tatum with it. Buries it from three-point range.
A terrific shooter with the range and confidence required to be successful. Tatum loves to let it rip.
And not only is Smart one of the best defenders in the league, Greg, he's also one of the most versatile players in the NBA.
Yeah, when you talk about players who can guard 1 through 5, it's usually referring to Kawhi, PG-13, or Giannis, but Smart at 6'4" has the strength, the anticipation, and the toughness to hold his own against anyone. It's remarkable.
Here's Anunoby after the basket by Boston.
He looked just a little out of rhythm. He's still trying to establish consistency from there.
Here's Tatum. That shot is off. Good D by Siakam. Raptors have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Van Vliet wide open, and the Raptors miss again.
It's been a rough quarter for him. Can't seem to find any kind of rhythm.
It's rebounded by Anunoby. And here's the fast break. Siakam leading the way. That one falls.
He's a well-coordinated athlete who will outwork you. Siakam hustles up the floor on every possession.
Brown kicks to Smart. Again, the miss by the Celtics. For the Raptors, their last game, a loss to San Antonio. Here's Lowry, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Jason Tatum.
And you look over the course of Kyle Lowry's career, he's bounced around for quite some time, but boy, has he found a home in Toronto.
And you know, GA, a few summers back, had a chance to leave, but he stayed with the Toronto Raptors. What a decision that was. Reason why? He helped lead this team to their first title. Kyle Lowry's beloved by this franchise. He'll go down as one of the all-time great Raptors.
Boston's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Here's Ojale, and he slams it one-handed.
And the skills of Brown, not just a super athlete, but a tremendous floor general as well.
Near the three-point line, it's Thomas. Raptors get it back. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Three-pointer. Rebounded by the Celtics.
Great perimeter D. Gave a good shooter absolutely no room to operate.
1:41 left here in the opening quarter. Tatum's shot is off.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Lowry with the ball. Picked up by Teague. He kicks it to Tatum. And he uses the glass on the layup. Tatum's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, and in one-on-one situations, Tatum is a nightmare to guard. Versatile offensively, and really allows him to score consistently.
Now, here's Siakam. He's coming off a 16-point game against San Antonio.
He was really aggressive on the glass, too. He really racked up on the boards out there.
Great positioning on the putback.
You know, before coaches started running plays for him, this is where Siakam would get his points, on the offensive glass.
And slam dunk by Tatum.
Skying high, one of his advantages as an undersized forward.
Brown against Thomas. Here's Siakam. The shot, no good. So the Celtics will take it the other way. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
It looked like there were communication breakdowns all night. Deadly, especially when you're on the road.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Thomas kicks to Lowry. Powell against Brown, and the dunk by Powell.
A good find by Kyle Lowry. Doesn't always get enough credit for his vision.
Here's Teague. Can't get it to fall. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Celtics lead by 1. Pascal Siakam before the game tonight shared his thoughts.
It was always a team, and I think we're going to look.
And Greg, that's how Siakam plays the game himself.
Versatile, very unselfish, and a franchise player in the making.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
So for Toronto right now, Van Vliet out there with Bember. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then there's Chris Boucher. And it's Baines in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Williams. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
You know, still a raw talent, but Williams does have a reliable inside game that continues to get better.
Baines trying to get open. Shots good by Boucher. Boucher's got 4 points now in the quarter. The Celtics with the lead. Smart deciding where to go with it. Lets it go from deep. A shot by Pritchard, no good. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Really a disappointing effort. That game could have and should have been closer than it was.
You know, sometimes you don't play up to your full potential. The important thing to figure out is what went wrong.
Anunoby in the corner. The shot goes down and he gets this game back to even. Anunoby's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Passes it to Smart. For the 3, it's rebounded by Anunoby. In Toronto, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter.
OG Anunoby out of Indiana. He was the 23rd pick in the 2017 draft. Another great draft selection that day. Slipped due to injuries concerns, but he's been great.
Williams finds Smart. Baines with it. Now guarded by Smart. Here's Van Vliet. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
There's no bigger play in a close game than a putback slam.
Oh, and that one's got them all hyped up. Wow.
They're bringing the energy, the hustle, the fight, and they also didn't give up on that possession.
Van Vliet with the bucket.
And playing with a lot of fire now. They had a tough start in that first quarter, didn't shoot it well, but didn't let that discourage them, and now they're showing what they can do offensively.
And Williams is right there.
Yeah, hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
Bembry the pass to Boucher. Toronto working the ball around now. Van Vliet. Williams with the steal. Ogilvy kicks to Smart. Ogilvy passes to Williams. Over Boucher. And another basket for Boston.
And Smitty, with OG Anunoby, he has a very high ceiling with what he can become.
Greg, OG Anunoby can impact the game on both sides of the ball, which is fantastic. He's a solid defender, and with the ball in his hand, he's very smart, making good decisions. This team is very excited to see his development.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush, perfect.
Working hard, beating everyone to the ball. He does this night in and night out.
Ojale kicks to Smart. Now the pass to Ojale. Lets it go with the three. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Williams with the steal. And they're moving it up. Here's Williams. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
A moment to check out the numbers for Fred VanVleet. He had a strong showing last season. Averaged 17 points a game, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Because he gives you someone to build your offense around. You can count on his nightly production.
Boston again missing. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
And stolen by Jeff T. To the paint. And it's Williams. That time the assist by Brown. Williams has got 7 points for the quarter.
Showing that aggressive nature. Williams competes hard, doesn't back down, and he'll let his opponent know he's not afraid of the contact.
Celtics have gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. Offensive rebound. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Boy, Thompson is a load to keep off the glass. He can do it all down there.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
And we'll be back with you shortly.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. And certain players like Draymond. And that'll...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to Vancouver.
right? Let's get back in both those cities.
Exactly. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court right now for the Celtics. Down is the 2 with Tatum at the 3. Daniel Tice out there with Thompson. And it's Smart in at the point. Tatum wide open. He fires one. No good on the 3. Raptors trail by 5. Ahead. Count that one from VanVleet. VanVleet's got his second basket.
And you have to credit Anunoby. He's put in the work to become a better playmaker.
For 3, VanVleet. VanVleet can't get that one to fall. And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for Boston. Tice. And Tice throws it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And it's Baines missing.
Rare for him to get a wide open shot from mid-range and fail to connect.
Tatum. And Tatum stays with it. Tatum's got the lead up to 7 now for Boston.
It's been their Achilles heel defensively. They just have not been able to control that backcourt.
Lowry for 3. He can't get it to go. Now Boston takes it the other way. Following this game, they'll hit the road to challenge the Pacers at Pacers Arena in Indianapolis. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. Outside, Smart. Down low. Thompson misses. It's stolen by Tice. Pass to Thompson. Tice kicks to Tatum. Connects from three-point range. Tatum's got 5 points in the quarter.
Offensively, just versatile. Tatum keeps his defenders on edge with so many moves with the ball.
Not just swinging the ball around the perimeter. Aggressive move inside.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's his first foul. So both teams changing it up here. So it's the Celtics now. And it's Brown missing.
His struggles from the field continue. Yet they still hold the lead.
Siakam, that's good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That'll be his second foul of the game. Some changes for Boston. Jimmy Ojeleye comes in for Thompson. And it's Teague in for Jaylen Brown. Chris Boucher's checked in for Toronto. Tatum with it. 12 points for him. 4 on the shot clock. Up top, Tice.
And that's okay. Even though you miss, you had the right guy taking the shot.
Lowry drives in. That one drops for him. And now just a 4-point Celtic lead.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Here's Pritchard, covered by Siakam. Outside Teague. Pass to Tatum. Here's the three. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
Shooting at a high clip, he's found ways to get quality looks.
And pushing it up, here's Boston. Here's Teague. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, when Teague has a step or two on the drive, he'll shield the ball and do his best to draw contact.
The Celtics making a switch here. Williams is checked in.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Thomas gets the bucket.
This is what you do when your opponent's trying to take away the three and the painted area.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Tatum. He's got 15. Outside Williams. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
A young guy with maturity, awareness, and a feel for the game. Tatum is special.
Thomas, no good.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
Siakam for three. Offline. What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for Boston. He ends up dropping in. And meanwhile, Coach Brad Stevens talking to his team.
Now, as we add stops
and with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Raptors trail by 9. So for Toronto right now, Siakam is out there with Chris Boucher. Then there's Lowry. Then it's Thomas. And it's Powell in at the 3 spot.
Oh, that's great awareness. That's a great pass. Credit Siakam and the work he's done to understand where everyone is in this offense.
Deflects the pass, and that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
Fred VanVleet is checked in for Toronto. Shooting foul. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen. Triggering a review of the personal foul.
2.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, You really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Oh, great concentration from Siakam. Takes the hit, yet his eyes never leave the rim.
And Tice throws it down.
Explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5, even though he's a little undersized.
Powell for 3. The putback, it's good on the putback.
Yeah, these defenders just looked a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Brown dishes to Tatum. Brown wide open, he fires. Toronto grabs the miss. Siakam's got 8 rebounds in this game.
Trying to finish out the game strong, you have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
And the first one at the line is good. Marcus Smart's checked in for Boston. And then for Toronto, Anunoby, he's checked in for Thomas. And it's Lowry in for Powell.
And Pascal Siakam can absolutely score in bunches. Put up 25 in a quarter last season. When he gets going, look out.
GA, when Pascal Siakam is on, it seems like he's involved in every play. Must stay consistent. But you know what? He's a special player who can carry a team to win on any given night.
And slam dunk by Tatum.
An explosive player who has no problem finishing above the rim. Tatum does damage inside.
And the shot will not go from Anunoby. Boston leading by 11. Outside, Smart. Pass to Tice. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Tice has got 4 points in the quarter.
And this is where Smart has really improved. The game's slowed down for him. He's playing under better control. Nice pass.
And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. The Raptors making a switch here. Baines is checked in. Siakam finds Lowry. And again, Toronto no up. The Celtics have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Smart passes to Tatum. From the arc. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Anunoby's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Van Vliet attacking. No good. And it's Smart with the ball for the Boston Celtics. This is the most they've led by 13 points.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire 4th quarter.
Interesting approach coming down the stretch, looking to rack up points in chunks.
And here's Tatum for 3. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Celtics lead by 18.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Boston.
They simply ran him off the court.
They set the pace, and their transition game was executed flawlessly.
And so with this, they'll end up with their 2nd win on the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jason Tatum.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Robert Williams, he's checked in for Thompson. Neesmith comes in for Jason Tatum. Green, he's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And it's Edwards in for Marcus Smart. Toronto's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Davis gets a wide open look, and the shot falls short this time. Right side, Green to the inside, stolen by Len. Now the Raptors moving it up, and Siakam throws it down.
This is the modern day big. Siakam can stretch you out and can hurt you right at the rim.
We've got 28 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And the pass to Neesmith. They grab their own miss. They kick it out to Green. Trying his luck from deep. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
And it's Davis missing. And the wide open shot from Green. No good. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. Some good moments throughout this. And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report.
Kevin, thanks. Last season,
David, he is showing that maturity. Thanks for that report. And now, a look at the upcoming schedule for the 76ers. On Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Kyle Lowry and the Toronto Raptors. And then on Thursday, they'll tip off a road trip starting in Orlando and going up against the Magic. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Curry is out there with Simmons. And it's Green in at the 3, the small forward. And for Toronto, Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Baines in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And here are the Raptors now. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That is his first foul of the game. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
Raptors on defense. Curry's shot is off. Green against Anunoby. Siakam outside. In the corner, it's VanVleet. Launches it. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
They just appeared lost out there. I mean, it seemed like they were scrambling on the defensive end of the floor.
The Raptors shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. The first free throw is good. The 76ers making a switch here. Howard's checked in. And so VanVleet nails both of them.
So his free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
Knocked away. Simmons feeling it out a bit. No one near Curry as he lets it Siakam. 18 feet out. But he recovers it to the middle. Fades. Anunoby. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
The drive by Simmons. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for two.
Sometimes there's nothing you can do on defense. Simmons is very good at converting inside.
Out to the right wing. Baines with no one around. Off target from outside.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Pass to Harris. Simmons on the wing. The pass to Howard. Over in the corner, Green. Curry outside. They get the rebound. Drops in the layup for two.
It's a battle boxing Howard out. Too big, too strong.
Toronto's gone 0 of 2 from deep here.
And Dwight Howard, you know, not the same 35-minute a game player he once was, but I tell you what, when he's on the floor, he can still be every bit as effective.
Yeah, Howard can beat teams that go smaller against him. I mean, he provides a big body to deal with other strong centers. I mean, he also gives the team some great flexibility with how they match up.
VanVleet passes to Baines. Anunoby against Green. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Dwight Howard.
And the potential Anunoby has is exciting. Has the athleticism, the shooting touch, and the drive to keep improving.
And Toronto will go for a different look here. Chris Boucher's checked in for Aaron Baines. Norman Powell comes in for Pascal Siakam. Thomas checked in for Fred VanVleet. And DeAndre Bembers subbed in for Kyle Lowry.
Love the aggressive mind state. Howard showing how authoritative he is inside.
Passes it to Bembry. Back to Boucher. Howard with the steal. Pass to Maxey. Korkmaz kicks to Howard. And here's Maxey. Count the basket.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
1:22 left in the first. Back to Thomas. From deep. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
High post, Howard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
So free throwing was never a strength of Howard's game.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
He hits one and misses one each at the line. For Toronto, they've gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Back to Thomas. Toronto working the ball around now. 3-pointer. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. The 76ers lead it. All going up court. And that one's good. Korkmaz.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
An even 3-on-3 break. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Banked in off the glass. Korkmaz has got his second basket of the night.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Pass to Bembry. Powell for 3. Hits it from 3-point range.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
Now, here's Maxey. He's guarded by Anunoby.
He's got to do a better job making the D pay for their mistakes.
Near the 3-point line, it's Thomas. And so, lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. 76ers lead by 3. And chatting earlier with Ben Simmons, he addressed the scrutiny.
For me, it comes with blocking.
And with social media now, Greg, blocking out the noise has become for these players even harder.
I mean, truth is, people like to criticize others. We should be celebrating what Simmons has accomplished at a very young age.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, what's your take so far in Philadelphia?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, how many coaches say, we want to start fast? Now, let's see if they can maintain that intensity.
They've got Bembry. Norman Powell is out there with Pascal Siakam. Then it's Thomas. And it's Boucher in at the center position. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here. Some changes for Toronto. Fred VanVleet comes in for Matt Thomas. And it's Lowry in for Bembry. And then for Philadelphia, Harris is checked in for Howard. Green comes in for Korkmaz. And Simmons subbed in for Maxey.
And watch Siakam just spring up for those offensive boards. Athletic ability gets him to the ball so fast.
Simmons passes to Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for the Raptors. The free throw drops for Embiid. Your son, Cole Gregg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him #1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that. Thibault, good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Thibault's got the lead up to 7 now for the 76ers. For the Raptors, they come in off the loss to the Spurs in San Antonio.
And in terms of intensity, they kind of took the night off. Looked like they were just going through the motions.
Only surprise is that the margin wasn't greater. I mean, somehow they managed to hang around despite the lack of effort.
Curry's checked in for Philadelphia. Back to Green. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Van Vliet with it. Now guarded by Simmons. And it's blocked by Simmons. Right side Curry. Outside for Simmons. Curry on the wing. Covered by Siakam. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Siakam. That's good. The Philadelphia lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Lowry.
You know, this guy just brings such heart and passion to the court. Lowry just doesn't let a little contact stop him from scoring.
Curry looking it over. His three-pointers off the mark.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Powell, the pass to Baines. Back to Powell. Harris against Siakam. No good that time. Good D by Embiid. Philadelphia leading by 5.
And it's crazy to think how soft a touch Embiid has on his shot. The league rarely sees a guy with his size have such a rhythmic form shooting.
Yeah, and Embiid has always been comfortable shooting outside. Not the best percentages from deep, but enough to keep defenders honest. His touch shows up most when he goes into his post fade.
The shot by Powell, no good. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And stolen by Siakam. And Embiid with the block.
And the wingspan of Embiid, I mean, very effective at using his length to turn shots back.
And Baines kicks to Siakam. Offline with his three.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
That's the savvy veteran Green. He's able to spot when his teammates aren't being covered. That's a nice read right there.
Here's Van Vliet. Green with the rebound.
He has shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That'll be his second foul of the game. And some changes here for the Raptors. Matt Thomas, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. And OG Anunoby subbed in for Powell. Mike Scott's checked in for the 76ers. Shake Milton comes in for Danny Green. Three-pointer, Lowry. That shot off. Now the 76ers take it the other way. This, their first look at this year's. Oh, he delivers that with
I can't
force.
believe it. I cannot believe that. The versatility of Simmons astounding, amazing, impressive. Dunks like this are just insane. He's forcing things a little bit in this quarter, settling for shots that he'd be better off passing up.
Outside, Scott. The three. And the 76ers get it back. A second chance effort. And Embiid finishes inside. Embiid's got 5 points in the quarter.
Oh, how about the length of Embiid? I mean, it's tough to deal with. Outstanding, using it to gobble up offensive rebounds.
And so it's Philadelphia. 13 points up at the end.
Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. And with all the stars on the 76ers, we forgot the root of this team. Thanks for joining us.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. We've seen Simmons really having a great game.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Simmons is out there with Curry, and it's Green in at the small forward position. Inside, here's Embiid, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's three guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves And it's one because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from three, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those three guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the three guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line. 3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Here's Simmons. Second chance shot. Embiid kicks to Simmons. Here's Curry with the three. It's rebounded by Anunoby.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Outside for Lowry. Launches a three. Green with the rebound. Green's got 4 rebounds in this game. Simmons passes to Embiid. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Van Vliet picks one up.
Hard to guard Embiid without fouling. He's awesome at forcing the defense's hand. I mean, literally.
The first one falls. Chris Boucher's checked in for Toronto. Thomas comes in for Fred Van Vliet. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Dwight Howard's checked in for Harris. Korkmaz comes in for Green. Matisse Thybulle's checked in for Curry. And Maxey subbed in for Ben Simmons. Lowry drawing the double team. From deep, Thomas. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And there it is for him. Thybulle's got the lead up to 13 now for the 76ers.
Yeah, he continues to improve as a passer. The sky's the limit for Embiid and his all-around game.
Lowry passes to Thomas. Takes the three. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got 8 rebounds in this game. Maxey passes to Embiid. Good on the shot.
Possessing such a smooth-looking jumper. The big fella, Embiid. He's lethal from shooting just from about anywhere.
Anunoby kicks to Boucher. And again, no good by Toronto. And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. A nice shot by Howard. Howard's got 9.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Over to the left wing. Now, here's Boucher. Guarded by Embiid. Thomas outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. He's got 6.
And that's just smart basketball. Lowry reading the overcommitment and just whipping the ball to the open man.
Howard can't hit. Raptors trail by 14. Thomas kicks to Anunoby. Lowry passes to Thomas. Fires from deep. Rebound by the 76ers. 17 points was their biggest margin. Here's Thybulle. Nails the baby hook. Thybulle's got 4 this quarter.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, when you're executing at this rate, you feel like no one can slow you down.
It's tipped.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
Here's Korkmaz. They get it again. Second shot opportunity, and Embiid lays it in.
And now they're turning this game into a drag race, sprinting out for easy, fast break baskets.
To the paint, it's deflected. Embiid with the steal, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
Norman Powell's checked in for Aaron Baines. Then for the 76ers, Scotty's checked in for Joel Embiid. And it's Shake Milton in for Maxey.
And check out the numbers for Lowry. Last season, he played outstanding. He was around 19 points per game last year, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
He's oozing with confidence. I mean, and it shows. Every time he steps on the floor, he expects to dominate.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Oh, just off his game, forcing a few shots, not letting the game come to him naturally.
Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Harris, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Harris has got his second bucket of the night.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Outside Thomas. Ball's knocked loose. And here's the fast break. Scott leading the way. And finished off by Scott.
Oh, the quick hands of Simmons. He's great at realizing when to risk going out to steal.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Raptors have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. Free throw good, Thomas. And both free throws good for Thomas. Got a piece of it. The pass to Simmons. 1 second left, and that's the final possession with the nice defense right there. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers controlling the game and finishing the... And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, that's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play right there.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. We've got Thomas. Siakam is out there with Chris Boucher. Then it's Fred VanVleet, and it's Powell in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Just 5 on the clock, and it's Green missing. Raptors trail by 20. Powell, the pass to Siakam. Right side, Thomas. From outside the arc, it doesn't go for him.
He hasn't been able to find any kind of groove this quarter. I mean, it seems like he's been running on fumes since halftime.
Out to Harris. Back to Green. Passes to Curry. A 3 ball. It's hauled in by Thomas.
His 3-point game hasn't been there for him today, but don't sleep on him. At any moment, he could get his touch back.
Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. Some changes for Toronto. OG Anunoby comes in for Matt Thomas. And it's Lowry in for Powell. Philadelphia leading by 20. Curry kicks to Harris. Back to Curry. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
We've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Embiid, he's checked in for Mike Scott. Lowry passes to Boucher. To the inside. They get it back. Got a piece of it. Embiid with the steal. Curry against Lowry. Now here's Milton. Off target from 3-point range. Pass to Anunoby. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Clearly a foul.
That's good from Anunoby. And Toronto making a change here. Baines is checked in. The 76ers also with a sub. Ben Simmons, he's checked in for Seth Curry. Green finds Embiid. Back to Green. Outside, Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Oh, the physicality of Simmons on display. Showing some fight and fearlessness with plays like this.
Right wing. Here's Baines. No good from outside. Philadelphia leading by 18. And it's Harris off the drive. Embiid. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Siakam.
Very difficult to deal with inside. I mean, once Embiid gets the positioning he wants, you almost have to foul him.
And he makes both free throws. Well, we know the TV networks have brought more revenue, Greg, to the NBA. The expectation is for another bump when they renegotiate in 2023.
You know, at the same time, though, Kevin, with all the cord cutters out there, the league looking to make the game more accessible to those fans. I expect that to be a big part of this next deal.
Right, on your tablet, smartphone, or your computer. Lowry feeling it out a bit. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth. Simmons, the bounce pass. Embiid kicks to Milton. On the wing, Green. Outside, Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the 76ers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys. And looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Joel Embiid.
No fatigue in this fella tonight. Tireless, grinding out every possession and leading their offense.
And it's a completely new group for Toronto. Here's Thibault. Down low. Pass to Maxey. And stolen by Flynn. Fast break Toronto. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, how they ended this one is much different than how they started it. And that's a shame.
There's 31 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Davis. It's hauled in by Thibault. The feed to Bradley. Out left to the wing. Tries a 3. The pass to Ferguson. Kicks it to Scott. And another turnover here by Philadelphia. Seven seconds left to play here in the fourth. The 3 from Johnson. Can't get it to fall. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. the setting for our broadcast today. Greetings and best. DA, it's all yours.
Hey, Kevin, if you'll allow...
Great stuff as always, DA. Thanks. And now the opening lineup for Boston. On is the 2 with Tatum at the 3. Thompson is out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Smart in at the point guard position. And for the 76ers, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Simmons is out there with Curry. And it's Green in at the 3. Now here's Brown. Passes it to Tatum. 6 to shoot. Boston needs to get off a shot. That one's rebounded by Embiid. And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Celtics team.
And they won the season series last year against this club, but fell to them in the postseason.
Now here's Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And not a lot you can do to prevent Simmons from creating space. It's what he does best in pick and roll.
Brown the pass to Tice. The kick out to Brown. Here's Smart. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Simmons. Marcus Smart picking up that last basket. Stolen by Thompson. And up the court come the Celtics on the break.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard.
And you can't help but see the impact Thompson has in the paint. On both ends of the floor, he's a rock planted near the rim. Very strong legs that help him get to so many of those rebounds.
Shot clock at 5. The drive by Simmons. And a missed layup. The Celtics have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. In the corner, Tatum with it. Offline with his 3. And with Thompson, as you said, Greg, once he's planted in the paint, good luck.
I mean, think about it. About 40% of his rebounds are on the offensive end. He just refuses to get moved or boxed out. Combine that with his hunger on that end of the floor, and you see why he's such a great rebounder.
Thompson from long range. It's good on the putback.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Now here's Simmons. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Cleveland.
Yeah, but he was also a force on the defensive side. 2 block shots and also altered a ton of shots.
It's up a 3. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simmons. And a brief look now at the best rebounders from the point guard position over the past month. Ben Simmons, #1.
And, well, rebounding isn't something you really think too much about with point guards, but he places a lot of emphasis on doing whatever it takes to contribute, even on the boards.
You know, he really has built a reputation as a point guard who can do a lot of the little things you don't usually get from that position. And right at the forefront is his rebounding ability. He can more than hold his own in the paint.
Outside Curry. 1:43 left in the first quarter. Embiid.
When you think of Seth Curry, you're thinking shooting. But there, what a pretty pass to find the open man.
Brown dishes to Thompson. And the basket is good.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
The 76ers trail by 6. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
What an excellent post-entry pass. Good things happen when you make that next look.
Now, here's Tice. Knocked loose. Smart passes to Tatum. Tice kicks to Tatum. No good with the triple.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Back to Simmons. There's 39 seconds left in the first quarter. Harris, no good. Celtics leading by 4. The three from Tatum. Smart. The putback is no good. Harris outside. Outside Curry. Off target from outside. Boston's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. And that one drops. Tatum's got his second basket of the night.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good. It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Celtics lead by 6. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And so in the game for the 76ers, they've got Shake Milton. Howard is out there with Scott. Then there's Maxey. And it's Korkmaz in at the 3 slot.
Dwight Howard has made a living off of dunks. My goodness.
Good. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, it doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are two guys that still are very reliable.
Williams against Howard. Now the pass to T. The kick out to Williams. Not really his range, and it's off target. Well, it was the 76ers, their last game, a loss to the Cavaliers in Cleveland. A shot by Milton, no good.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Nice ball movement by Boston. Ojeleye passes to Williams, and yes, it's good. Williams has got the lead up to 6 now for the Celtics.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing. A serious talent when Robert Williams is healthy. He makes his presence felt. Has great length and lift off the floor. Defensively, he protects the rim and even blocks shots out on the perimeter.
Ojeleye kicks to Williams. And Williams with the stuff.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. Teague, the pass to Ojeleye. A fader, rebounded by Howard. And then offensively, Williams is mostly a rim runner at this point. Greg, there are signs that the jumper is coming along.
Yeah, you know, when he was drafted at the end of the first round, there was a lot of talk about rebuilding his shot mechanics. And that's still a work in progress. But where he's really impressed people is with his passing. He has terrific instincts for the game.
Pritchard passes to Williams. Pass to Pritchard for 3. Rebound by the 76ers. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
Yeah, I mean, hard time shooting the rock in that one. But they also didn't give themselves the best looks.
I think even when you get quality looks, there was an inability to stay consistent. It is hard to win on a cold shooting night in today's NBA. The scoring is just too good.
Scott inside. He's against Williams. Good D by Williams. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. To the middle. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Celtics lead by 6.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Now, here's Maxey. Teague covering. Now, here's Maxey. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Pass to Williams. Back to Williams. And stolen by Howard. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Philadelphia 76ers. On Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Kyle Lowry and the Toronto Raptors. And then on Thursday, they'll tip off a road trip starting in Orlando and going up against the Magic. Pritchard passes to Ojale. And shot on the way. And the rebound goes to Howard. The 76ers trail by 4. A drive by Scott to the inside. Passes it to Maxey. Five on the clock. And slam dunk by Maxey.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
You know, still a raw talent, but Williams does have a reliable inside.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to... Out in front at the half is Boston. They hold a 4-point lead. Kenny, what was your... And that's a wrap.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. '76ers trailing on the 4 for Boston. Down is the 2 with Tatum at the 3. Thompson is out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Smart in at the point. And here's Green outside. No good that time. Now the Celtics take it the other way.
In his career, surprising some scouts, Tatum's hit a high percentage of his threes. The difference last year, he took a whole lot more of them.
He understood, Greg, that his game needed to be more efficient. Far fewer mid-range, long-range twos. He almost doubled the number of three-point attempts from the year before, and that was by design. This guy understands success in the modern NBA, plays at the rim, and plays from 3.
So he gets them both. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of those.
Yes.
Embiid with the steal. Harris drives in. Bucket is good. Harris has got his first points in this one.
And really, that driving lane exists in part because of Harris's ability to be a sharpshooter from deep.
Pound kicks to Smart. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by Harris. The 76ers trail by 4. Here's Green. And the rejection by Tatum. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. It's good. Smart's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, they've decided to give Tristan Thompson a little bit more opportunity to handle the ball, and what a pretty delivery there.
Stolen by Smart. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Thompson with the ball. 2 free throws coming up, and they call this. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make,
Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
There's the pass to Embiid. Fires for three. Rebounded by the Celtics.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Smart dishes to Brown. Jacks up a three. Smart misses.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Harris drives in. Embiid against Tice. Outside for Curry. 6 on the shot clock. On the wing, Harris. And here's Simmons for three. The shot misses. Good D by Thompson. On the wing, Brown. Defended by Thibault. Smart on the wing. At the tip. And there's Thompson putting it right back in. Thompson's got the lead up to 9 now for Boston.
You know, I think the activity level that Tristan Thompson plays with on missed shots is something every NBA player can learn from.
And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That's his first foul. And it's been said that history is written by the victor. Certainly holds true in sports, don't you think, Greg? And with that in mind, do you think titles are overvalued when evaluating the great players, individual players in history?
You know, Kevin, I think so. Having said that, I think championships do matter, obviously, and in the NBA and basketball in general, one guy can have more impact, right? Because you only play 5 and you play both ways. So it does have something to say, but I don't think that completes the narrative. You know, there's some tremendously talented guys, Karl Malone, Elgin Baylor, Patrick Ewing, Allen Iverson, a lot of greats who never won it. It's easy to count those rings, but measuring greatness has to take in the whole picture.
Hall of Famers, all of them.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Hammer it home! Hammer it home, baby!
That is authority right there.
Pass to Tice. And Tice throws it down.
Yeah, what a great decision by Jason Tatum. That passing ability is important to complement his scoring ability.
Curry passes to Thibault. Outside, Simmons. 41 seconds left in the third quarter. And Simmons slams it in.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group.
Harris passes to Embiid. That shot, no good. Now Boston takes it the other way.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Teague against Simmons. With his first shot attempt. Not enough on that one as it misses. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. And he jams it with authority.
And really no longer a ball stopper. Harris has significantly improved his passing ability over the years.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. It's the Celtics. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Howard is out there with Scott. And it's Green. Then it's Shake Milton. And it's Korkmaz in at the 1 spot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Howard's shot is good.
The ability of Dwight Howard to sprint the floor in transition. Such a good job putting pressure at the rim.
pass to Pritchard. Nice ball movement by Boston. Williams. That one, no good. Great D that time from Howard. A drive by Scott. They kick it out to Green. Here's Korkmaz. Teague covering. Howard can't hit. Celtics leading by 5. Pass to Ojale. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Here's Pritchard. The tray. The shot. No good. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's his first foul. And stolen by Tatum. By himself. And slam dunk by Tatum.
You can see the length and the impact defensively of Jason Tatum. The rip and then the score on the other end.
And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And the 76ers making a change here. Embiid's checked in. And the Celtics also making a change. Tice is checked in. Now here's Milton. Teague covering. 5 to shoot. Here's Green. The rebound by the Celtics. Tice has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Here's Milton, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Philadelphia, Shake Milton. Taking 2 shots.
Free throw good, Milton. Harris is checked in for the 76ers. And the Celtics also making a change. Brown is checked in for Jeff Teague. He's perfect from the line this time. And it's Smart with the ball for the Celtics. It's a 5-point game. Up next for them is the Pacers in Indianapolis. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge. Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
For Boston, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Here's Smart, rejected by Harris.
And using his long arms there to his advantage. Opponents got to be mindful of Harris's defensive capabilities.
And now with the fast break, Smart with the ball. Milton on top, defended by Tice. Now here's Milton. Tight defense on him. 6 to shoot. Kicks it to Harris to tie it up. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Harris drives in. Misses from close range. Boston leading by 3. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Offensive rebound. Here's Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
Tristan Thompson's played in the biggest games in the NBA. Big moment, no problem.
Here's Korkmaz, guarded by Smart. Outside, Green. Back to Korkmaz. Inside, here's Embiid. Lays it up off the glass.
And the man just brings his lunch pail and goes to work. Well, what sets Embiid apart is he does it with such ease.
And Tatum the bucket on the assist by Brown. Brown's got 3 assists now in this one.
Jason Tatum under duress, big moment, no problem.
And they double up Embiid. It's stolen by Brown. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Tatum leading the charge. Smart finds Tatum. Out to Thompson. Beyond the arc. Korkmaz grabs the miss. For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Out to Harris. Tatum against Green. inbounded by the Celtics. They've led by as many as 11 points. And here's Tatum for three. And Embiid pulls it down.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Tatum kicks to Thompson. He dishes it to Smart. And here's Brown outside. A shot missing. Stolen by Thompson. From deep three-point range, Tatum's shot is off. And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for him.
Really an accomplishment and crazy.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. It's time. Payday.
Well, the ceremony.
Thank you, D.A. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Down is the 2 with Tatum at the 3. Daniel Tice out there with Tristan Thompson. And it's Smart in at the point guard position. And for Toronto, Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Baines in at center. Down low. And Tice throws it down.
And the skills of Brown, not just a super athlete, but a tremendous floor general as well.
To the paint and stolen by Tatum. And now with the fast break, Smart with the ball. Brown finds Smart. Goes back up. And the layup good by Brown.
And Brown is just a physical beast, especially inside where he gets whatever he wants.
To the wing right side. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. Off target with his 3. Well, it was the Boston Celtics. Their last game, a loss to Indiana. Releases. Thompson. And there's Thompson putting it right back in.
The unbelievable effort. Thompson, a dedicated warrior on the offensive glass.
VanVleet passes to Lowry. From deep. Thompson with the rebound.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
And for teams already exceeding expectations, Greg, their spirits are running sky high right now.
Kevin, it's always a great feeling to come out strong, but it is hard to maintain that consistency. The teams that do, you know, they believe in themselves and they keep playing to their strengths.
Why is consistency so hard?
You know, because you're not playing against yourself. And we're human. And Kevin, as great as you are as a broadcaster, you probably have had some days where you didn't feel as good as you did other days. And that's no different for a guy competing at this level.
My friend, that's every day. Every day you don't feel good about it. But you grind, right? You just try to keep grinding.
Got to do it.
A good find by Kyle Lowry. Doesn't always get enough credit for his vision.
Tatum wide open. He fires one. That one doesn't drop. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Boston.
Yeah, plenty of familiarity in this matchup. Last season, they were knocked out of the playoffs by this club.
For the Raptors, their last game, a loss to the San Antonio Spurs. And finished off by Siakam.
You know, before coaches started running plays for him, this is where Siakam would get his points, on the offensive glass.
VanVleet against Brown. Here's Tice. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Tice has got his second basket of the night.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Unable to get that one. Boston leading by 5. Tatum passes to Thompson. Nice ball movement by Boston. Smart dishes to Brown. And Thompson kicks to Tatum. And stolen by Siakam. Here's VanVleet. No good off the front iron. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
It looked like there were communication breakdowns all night. Deadly, especially when you're on the road.
Tatum passes to Smart. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And now let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to see which teams over the last month have been best at scoring points off turnovers. The Raptors in second.
They're taking advantage of every mistake that their opponents are making. I mean, they're really converting points off those turnovers.
VanVleet can't get it to go.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Brown outside. They get it back. Tice, and he gets the bucket. Tice has got his third bucket of the night.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Pass to Siakam. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. Outside Lowry. And the rejection by Tatum.
And how about the craftiness from Tatum? He plays smart, quick hands on defense, and able to block the shot.
And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Left side, Williams. Here's Boucher. He's coming off a 22-point game against San Antonio.
And his shot blocking almost single-handedly changed the game. No one wanted to put up a shot with him lurking.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Celtics lead by 5. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. And Van Vliet out there with Lowry, and it's Baines in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group for Toronto to start the second quarter. And Van Vliet, here we go. Excellent D there from Williams. Celtics leading by 3. Here's Pritchard. From outside, off the mark. T kicks to Williams. Tries again. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
Inside and stolen by Siakam. Fast break Toronto. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Back to Lowry. To the left wing. Clock at 6. And Siakam has it in the corner. And again, Toronto no luck. The Celtics shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. Down low. Here's Williams. The shot. No good. Good work defensively by Lowry.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole. Fred VanVleet, a weapon from the outside, has a great shot that he can pull up at a moment's notice. He's consistent on catch and shoots as well as off the dribble.
And it's denied. Sent back by Siakam. A new group in now for the Raptors. Chris Boucher's checked in for Aaron Baines. Norman Powell comes in for OG Anunoby. Matt Thomas, he's checked in for Fred VanVleet. And DeAndre Bembry subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Here's Pritchard. The offensive rebound. And Williams is right there. And the Celtics lead by 5.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
And with VanVleet, about half of his shots are from deep.
You're right, GA. That's the #1 part of his offense, of his game right now. He can shoot it deep, but he also can drive it. He shoots a low field goal percentage from those shots because of the distance. But I love Fred VanVleet. He knows how to play.
Passes it to Boucher. Here's Bembry. T covering. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
In a close game like this, everything has to be challenged, and everything has to be earned.
Williams passes to Pritchard. To the right side. T dishes to Williams. The Celtics working the ball around now. Austin needs to get off a shot. Pritchard. And a miss there on the triple. And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for Toronto. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Thomas got the lead up to 1 now for the Raptors.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
The kick out to T. Ojale passes to Williams. Here's Pritchard. Here's Williams, covered by Siakam. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Here's Bembry. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, you'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. Williams with the steal. Here we go, one-on-one. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Powell with the steal. And now Siakam pushing it up and no one back to stop him.
Having a big who can run the floor is obviously a value. What I like about Siakam, he can finish in so many ways.
Williams kicks to Ojale. Boucher with the rebound. Fast break Toronto. Siakam's running. Powell, no one around him. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And it's a 5-point Raptor lead.
Yeah, just a terrific job of just staying with it. Nice.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. And Kyle Lowry, one of the great do-it-all guards. That's all for now.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Pascal Siakam, guys, really making a difference here.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
I have to credit them for their patience offensively. They understood the matchup, and they took the necessary time to exploit it.
Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. Down is the 2 with Tatum at the 3. Thompson is out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Smart in at the 1. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That is his first foul of the game. And taken away by Brown. Here's Tatum. Oh, and the jam by Tatum.
I'll tell you what, don't sleep on Tatum. He has some ups. And I love seeing him trying to electrify the crowd.
And here is Baines. Van Vliet left side. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. Fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Brown kicks to Smart. Pass to Tice. The kick out to Brown. Shot clock at 6. Unloads. Tips it up. Great positioning on the putback. Tice has got 8 points.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. Here's Baines. The pass to Anunoby. Brown against Van Vliet. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. Chris Boucher's checked in for the Raptors. Norman Powell comes in for Pascal Siakam. Brown against Van Vliet. Thompson left side. Pass to Tice. Back to Smart. Over Lowry. Smart misses. Raptors leading by 5. Here's Van Vliet. And that one drops for him. Van Vliet's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Brown the pass to Tice. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Boston shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
And the Raptors making a change here. Thomas is checked in, and then for Boston. Williams, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. And it's Teague in for Marcus Smart. Here's Boucher, and they convert it last on attempt number 3. Boucher's got the lead up to 7 now for the Raptors. Here's Teague, and it's slammed in by Teague.
And when you get as much speed going to the rim as Teague does, sometimes momentum just carries you in to a slam like that one.
Powell dishes to Lowry. Powell kicks to Lowry. Thomas outside. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thomas. Ojale is checked in for the Celtics. 1:35 left here in the third quarter. Brown outside. He feeds it to Williams. Here's Powell. Outside Lowry. And he banks in the layup. And the Raptors lead by 7.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy buckets.
Back to Boucher. Rebound, Boston.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
Tatum passes to Brown. Up again, and Tatum stays with it. And now just a 3-point Raptor lead.
How about the timing and hustle there? Tatum earns his team some second chance points.
Powell dishes to Thomas. Traps in the tray. Thomas got 7.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Out left to the wing. Here's Ojale. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Thomas passes to Anunoby. Makes it off the glass. And now it's an 8-point Toronto lead.
And can't do much else. The strength of Anunoby comes in handy on those challenging finishes.
Teague for 3. Misses the shot. And so it's the Toronto Raptors holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They have made it very tough to get a shot off. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball. And how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. We've got Thomas. There's Boucher out there with Pascal Siakam. Then there's Lowry. And it's Baines in at the 5. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Brown wide open. He fires. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
And that's just tremendous confidence from Brown. Going up with the shot right away and giving the D no time to react. They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And the dunk by Brown.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Siakam looking around. Baines finds Thomas. And the 3 off target. Celtics trail by 6. Moving it up. Here's Ogilvy. Passes it to Brown. Now Tatum, 18 feet out. Boucher with the rebound. Boucher's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. The drive by Siakam. And it's good for 2. And the Raptors lead by 8.
This is a big part of Siakam's game. The ability to put the ball on the floor and make a play.
There's Brown with the 3. Rebound by the Raptors. Boucher's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Hasn't been able to dial it in from distance. He has just the 1-3, and that was in the first half.
Brown kicks to Tice. The 3 from Tatum. But they get it back.
Wow, another opportunity. Just everything going their way. Pretty much the story of this game.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And it's Lowry with the ball. Brings it up for Toronto. 6-point game. Now, here's Boucher. Defense right on him. Siakam, right side. 5 on the clock. Looks good, is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Ogilvy passes to Pritchard. Tatum drives in. Comes up empty down low. Raptors leading by 8. Pass to Siakam. Up top, Baines. Defended by Tice. And that one is good.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim. You have to compete at all times.
Siakam finds Boucher. Outside Thomas. The 3. They get it again. Outside for Lowry. Fires the 3. A new 14 for the Raptors. Boucher's shot is off. Celtics trail by 10. And the pass to Ogilvy. The Celtics working the ball around now. Back to Tatum. Pass to Ogilvy. This one for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Ogilvy's got 5 points now this quarter.
A young guy with maturity, awareness, and a feel for the game. Tatum is special.
Baines against Tice. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
It's the first, and that stretches their lead to 8. Some changes for Toronto. OG Anunoby comes in for Chris Boucher. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Thomas. Boston's gone into a funk from downtown in the 4th. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Tice, no one around him. Here's Tatum. Brown outside. Goes up again. Thompson with the bucket.
Refining his skill set inside. You see the work Thompson's putting into his game.
Lowry with the ball. Siakam outside. And stolen by Tatum.
Just too big a deficit to come back from at this point.
And you know, disappointment starts to set in a little bit. You fought all night, just wasn't meant to be.
Passes to Tice. Tatum on the wing. There's the 3. That one misses. And so it's Toronto winning this one. It was up. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony.